For that, Danny. Well, this morning, the massive manhunt for the escaped prisoner Grant Hardin, that continues. Now, the main search this morning centered around north central Arkansas. That's near the prison he escaped from on Sunday afternoon.
The search is now on its 5th day. The former Northwest Arkansas police chief was serving a prison sentence for a deadly shooting and a rape that happened in Benton County when he escaped from the north central unit in Calico Rock. Now, investors believe that a corrections officer opened the gate for Hardin as he was wearing a makeshift uniform to mimic a law enforcement officer.
The Department of Corrections confirmed that this photo from a surveillance camera is the last video they have of Hardin, and they've been showing this mugshot to the public, saying it's the latest one that they have, and it's what Hardin would look like now. Now, law enforcement across the state are involved in this manhunt. Every tip that comes in, they're actively looking into it.
Overnight, the Department of Corrections confirmed that they received a tip out of Faulkner County regarding the escaped inmate. Search teams responded. The Faulkner County Sheriff's Office posted on social media about the potential lead, saying that they assisted U.S. Marshals looking into the area of Highway 65 and Cadron Bridge, which is just north of Little Rock. They say the tip referenced Hardin being seen in the county on Sunday evening. The Sheriff's Office say that the area has been cleared and the credibility of the lead is being looked into along with any other leads that come in. Multiple agencies, including state police, local sheriff's offices, and FBI and U.S. Marshals, are working around the clock using helicopters, drones, canines, and ground teams. Severe weather has slowed the search.
Though there's still no confirmed sighting, authorities believe that Hardin may be hiding nearby. It could be in barns, caves, or even abandoned buildings. Investigators say his specialized training is what is making the search challenging.
It adds a different challenge for sure than a regular inmate. Again, this is somebody who has that training, has that specialized understanding of, the different tactics that are being used and, even the way that they talk to each other.
Now, we also spoke with an international security consultant to go more in depth on how his law enforcement background may be helping him stay ahead of the manhunt.
He would also know what the standard operating procedures are for the law enforcement agencies in the area, both local, state, and federal, are going to be utilized against him to capture him in this manhunt.
Now, he also says it's likely that Hardin is lying low, avoiding movement just to reduce the chance of detection. Let's take another look at the photos that authorities are sharing of Hardin. They say he should be considered armed and extremely dangerous.
Make sure to download our free 5 News app or follow us at 5newsonline.com as we keep track of this manhunt. There, we will bring you the latest updates throughout the day. Well, this morning, 2 Washington County firefighters are accused of stealing over $8,000 from the city of Johnson. The city of Johnson's now former fire chief, Chance Wright, and Springdale firefighter Brian Copeland have both turned themselves in to law enforcement. Copeland is on administrative leave pending the outcome of this investigation. Wright is accused of putting Copeland on the Johnson Fire Department payroll for hours that officials say that Copeland never worked. The Washington County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says that they are seeking a heavy punishment.
As part of their punishment, we're also going to seek restitution for the city of Johnson so that they're going to pay back every dime that they stole.
Wright's charges include abuse of office and theft of property, which are Class C felonies. Copeland has 1 charge of theft of property. If found guilty, they could face up to 10 years in prison.
And the Arkansas Department of Health announcing Wednesday that a 7th case of measles has been detected. At this time, health officials have not confirmed the location of the state's most recent case, but you can read more about previously reported exposure spots by county and date. You can find that at our website at 5newsonline.com. Developing overnight, Elon Musk says his role as a special government employee is ending.
A White House official confirms that he began offboarding last night. Also overnight, a federal court blocked the president's latest tariffs. Jared Hill has the details.
Elon Musk is out. In a short post on his platform X last night, Musk wrote, "As my scheduled time as a special government employee comes to an end, I would like to thank President Donald Trump for the opportunity to reduce wasteful spending."
The chainsaw for bureaucracy.
As the face of Doge, Musk slashed through multiple federal agencies and the federal workforce in the name of efficiency.
The people voted for major government reform, and that's what people are going to get.
The seismic cuts also sparked pushback from protesters and members of the president's cabinet. An administration official says Musk began winding down his role last night, one day after slamming the Republican tax cut bill in an interview with CBS News.
I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit.
Wednesday, President Trump acknowledged he's not happy with every aspect of the package as it worked its way through the Senate.
We will be negotiating that bill.
Also overnight, a key part of President Trump's agenda blocked for now. The U.S. Court of International Trade froze the president's sweeping 10% tariffs against other nations and the targeted levies on goods from Canada, Mexico, and China. The court ruling President Trump exceeded his authority. In a statement, a White House spokesman said the trade deficit has created an emergency, adding, quote, "It is not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency." Jared Hill, CBS News.
And immigrant justice groups and community members are demanding an end to ICE arrests at courthouses across the country. They say these actions create fear and undermine due process for everyone attending the hearings.
In San Francisco on Wednesday, dozens gathered after 4 asylum seekers were arrested while attending court, sparking outrage and fears of future detentions.
These are people in an active pending court proceeding, were being arrested and detained, taken out of San Francisco, moved to a detention facility in Central California, and now the government is trying to say that they do not deserve the chance to have their asylum case reviewed by an immigration judge.
Immigration attorneys say these tactics are unprecedented and violate due process.
Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security maintains it is enforcing the law, targeting recent arrivals without valid asylum claims for expedited removal.